Ball Crew. We're actually live in this one already. It's 1 round to Ball Crew. Actually make that 2. And I'm joined here with Jay this time.
How we doing?
For doing some analysis.
Yeah, joining in for
Yeah.
the first time ever.
You've got to get everyone in on the community. Get everyone on.
Get a little bit of a jump in, but this is the second map of the semi-finals here. They're 1-0 up. It's 2-1 up. Sorry, Board Crew. Sorry, Board Crew are 1 up right now.
Yep.
Bring it in here, but we do have an eco round coming up by the DinQ boys here. They are 2 up, being the Board Crew guys. Seem to be pretty strong throughout the entire day. Let's see what they can pull out of their bumholes now.
Yeah, so we've also got just an update. It was in chat, but Hype over 1 up 2-0. Pretty convincingly 16-4, 16-4.
16-4, yeah. No, I did watch some of those games as well. They're looking very confident right now, but we do have a bit of a Mr. Jack 1 versus 4 situation. Does take down 1, actually, surprisingly enough. And a bit of a eco round coming out by DinQ. Just trying to take a bit of the money away from the Board Crew here. We have 3 out. We've got the first proper buy round coming out of DinQ. Bringing it out now. See what they can pull here. Seems like the terrorists are splitting it up a little bit, taking the bomb to the B side. Looks like they're opting for a little bit of a fake at the A site. We do got a standard CT setup, a 2-1-2. And we've got spikes coming down into the lower side of B here. The bomb has been dropped outside of B, which is a little bit strange. Everyone on the terrorist side is a little bit split out. Mungo taking down Q4 not there rather quickly. You got 2-player lead, 3-player lead. You can hear him screaming out. The Bigfoot does get the trade. He's in a little bit of trouble here. It's a 2 versus shit. He's being sandwiched in between. Does get taken down. It is a bit of a trade frag there, though, bringing it down to a 1 versus 4 situation. Mr. Jack, which I believe is JKS, and a 1 versus 3 situation, jumping up into the ladder room there, jumping down into short, pushes straight through that smoke, nice and fast. Bomb has gone down. He's got the information. He's tagged up the guy car, which I believe is Elim there. Should get cleaned up. Does take down 1. Turns on, though, doesn't get taken down straight away. 4-0 up for the Board Crew boys here.
Yeah, 4-0 now. That's looking pretty good for them. They've got all those AKs still on the board, and it's going to be back to an eco for Dink after this one. And they're looking to try and find a round so far because it's looking very similar to how Game 1 started for Ball Crew. They just got that pistol round, but it was on the CT side, and then they just ran everything like a 12-3 half.
Yeah, no, straight up. Just in their face all the time. As you can see, Spike's playing this position every single round, most by the looks of it. In A, straight away, terrorists pushing straight in. Board Crew in their face every single round, taking down 1, taking down 2. Q4 not. I can never pronounce his name.
I think it's Rockfoot.
Rockfoot.
Yeah,
We'll go with that. Rockfoot. We do have a bit of a frag going down here. Just trying to keep the economy low. That's the best thing DinQ can do here is just keep their money down so they can try and get some of these CT rounds. But Ball Crew just walking all over him here. Pretty standard round. 5-0 up by the looks of it. And DinQ should be able to buy up here, yep. Which they will. They just need, for CT side, they want to at least get about 6-7 rounds so they can, come into the confidence terrorist side. But they could be a terrorist side team, I'm not sure. But I guess we'll find out.
We've seen Dink come back pretty heavily on some of these maps. Like, I think the last battle for Brisbane, they were like 14-1 down on this map. And they came back and won it. So,
there you go.
Yeah, so they definitely have some tricks up their sleeves and they want to pull it.
Yeah, no, so you never know.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can do because they're starting pretty slowly. And very similar to map 1, as I said. Ball Crew just sort of starting to run away with a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
We're actually seeing Group A sort of have a little bit more dominance over Group B in this stage, like 2-0 for Hype, and now Ball Crew just sort of running away with this one. And we've actually got Rockfoot getting 1, but Mod and Elim have picked up 1 apiece as they get in one of these sites. Nerock's going to find the spray. Yeah, actually doesn't. Gomez takes it down before Mungo finds him in return. It's going to be the bomb coming down very shortly. Grenade's going to find damage on someone. Spikes actually shoots down Rockfoot, so we got 1 left alive. Bigfoot coming in from a long way away, and he's probably not even going to bother.
No, it looks like he's going to save his weapon there, which is probably a smart thing to do. They're so far down in money right now. The money deficit is really becoming an issue at the moment for the CT side here. Now, they really need to start picking up the rounds. Now, that round was definitely winnable, but I think Bigfoot was just too far away to get onto that retake and decided for himself that he was going to save that round. Board Crew just in their face all the time, and like you said, Group A definitely just the more dominant group right now. It's definitely the harder group I mean, personally for me as well, being in Group A, so it was definitely more. I mean, there was two 15-15 matches, so that just shows how really close it was. But coming into the next round here, we do have a full save coming in from the ThinQ boys, other than the gun that was saved, and a Nova coming out from Gomez, and a headless armor. But really, they're just trying to get as many kills as they can to keep their economy low. They do pick up a quick frag into Palace there. Goomba taking him down, getting that little bit of information, knowing that there's no more in Palace, so they're concentrating more of their players to the middle area, picking up another frag, actually. JKS picking up another quick frag there. All the information working in their favor right now. Spikes does take down Rockford down in the mid-con. Now the terrorist side here, just trying to walk around, try and pick up as much information as they can, slowing it down a little bit, bringing it to a 4 versus 3 in favor of actually the ThinQ side and this anti-eco. And they're just slowing it down, keeping 2 on each side. And Bald Crew coming out the mid-con actually, they're pushing into A's site. JKS is pretty quick on the rotate. They do pick up 1. Goomba takes down 1. His gunners seem to be super effective. Takes down 3. Takes down 3. All 3 of them. See you later, he says. Picking up the first round for ThinQ here. And that was really the round they needed.
What a huge spray. That was unreal. He picked up all of them. That's going to keep them in the game. And finally, they string this second bye in a row together that they can finally do. It's going to be an AWP though for Elim, so this could be pretty big if they want to go for this sort of the mid control that they've been doing pretty heavily on most maps. And they are sending Elim mid, but I don't know if there's anyone to battle with. There is Rockfoot standing back in that window room, but he's not really going to bother doing anything at this stage. They sort of left the bomb behind, but also Mungo has gone down already, so not a great start to this round for Bald Crew. So it's actually looking very good for Dink if they want to get their second round. So far, they do have the man advantage at this stage. But it looks like they're all crossing over a bit, and they're coming through underpass. And they might actually get taken down by... There's a couple of guys here if they want to get the spray on. They're going to go for a bit of a boost up here. So interesting to see if Rockfoot can find one of them, because Nerox is in here, but the grenade's going to go out the window. I don't think they heard him come in the room. And we'll see if they find him, because they're so close to each other. And I'm not sure they know where each other is at this stage. They're all just shift walking around, waiting for that conflict. And Elim actually takes down Gomez pretty straight up. And this could be good for Rockfoot as he tries to go for the juke. They didn't know. They didn't see he was there. And Spikes, they're actually got to find one near, find one from behind. So this is actually turning around for the T's as they try and get on this one. And they're actually going to go for the plant very, very soon. A JKS by himself, but Elim takes that one down. He's going to get the bomb for that plant, and Bigfoot lasts alive trying to save this round, but probably not likely.
Always Bigfoot alive at the end of the round. Again, just Bald Crew picking up the dominance for the game here, just taking control of the entire map. They drop the bomb down by the side of the B connector there, and they just split up 2-1-2, everything around and try and just work off the pick, and then they just slow it right down, get an early pick and slow it right down, get off the information that they have, and just throw it in the full throttle and just smash everything and just walk over the entire site. Bigfoot does take down an exit frag here, which is probably the best thing he can do right now, is just to try and ruin the economy of Bald Crew here, but it does seem like they've got a lot of money here. Spikes is almost max cash at the end of this round anyway, so it's not really going to affect them too much at all. Coming into this round, 7-1 lead for Bald Crew here. It's Bald Crew playing really, really strong right now, at the peak of their tournament right now. And just keeping control of the entire game so far.
Yeah, Bald Crew looked really good in the first battle for Brisbane. Like, they pretty much wiped the tournament pretty easily. You know, their group stage today was a bit more shaky, 2 ties, but they're really stepping it up in these finals, man. They are looking really, really sharp.
No, for sure. I think they probably found out, talking with each other, finding out what was wrong in those group finals especially, and finding out what was going wrong, and picked it up a little bit here. But Spikes does take down one. It does get traded by Goomba here. Mont taking down another. Just a bit of an A push coming in here. CT's ThinQ falling right back, playing the retake. Again, trade frag after trade frag, brings it down to a 2 versus 2. Mungo and Nerox versus Gomez and Bigfoot. Now Mungo's just throwing out some grenades there, just trying to get control of the site. Nerox does plant it down for Nerox there. It's right there, out mid-con, and does get taken down. That's a 2 versus 1. All down to Bigfoot. Bigfoot does take one down though. It becomes a 1 versus 1 situation. Still look up the top and does get taken down. A little bit dazed by that flash there, but you can hear the screams. They're still happy. Mungo's taking him down. And that's a 8-1 lead for Bald Crew. This is, again, just a very dominant half for the Ball Crew side. You never know. Dinku might be a terrorist team. We never know.
Yeah, well, we're seeing pretty much one-sided dominance coming out from this side. You know, a little bit CT-sided on this map. I know you don't know, you didn't quite see the knife round who won that one. But you presume that Dink won it, and this has not worked well for them so far. The CT side has been one rough journey for them, and as they're going to walk through and connect it. Actually, didn't see the guy just standing there. Gomez just finds him in the back with the pistol, but last man standing is Bigfoot yet again, doing what he does left.
PDG award is going to probably go to Bigfoot today, by the sounds of it, but yeah, Mungo missing all his shots. And they're all around him. They got no idea. Going to get one. He does take down one. And they still got 2 alive at the end of that, so not too bad for Bigfoot. He seems to be getting the exits. Unfortunately, it did get taken away there, but brings it down to 9-1-2. Board Crews, again, just a very dominant half. I mean, for the best option for Dinku right now is to pick up the next 5 rounds. They are on a bye round now, so it can happen, but it's just going to be a very difficult climb back from here. And again, just the same again, just a 2-3 setup. Actually sending no one mid for Board Crew right now. And a very aggressive play coming out, and Bigfoot does take him down with that aggressive play. Falls straight back out of there. Nerox has no idea what just happened. This is standing around, just throwing some grenades at Goomba, taking down Mont. This is a very confident round coming out from Dinku here.
Yep. Okay, so we're looking at this one where we get 2v4. This is actually a good round for Dink coming in. And they're going to find how they get in to this one. There's going to be 1 unders, but does he see him? Don't think he knows he's there. Gets sprayed down. Yep. Nice stuff. So Spike's last alive for this one. I'll have to see if he doesn't have the bomb though. It's back. That's sighting a good spray there, actually. So I'm going to see when they come together. 3 men left. Going to go for the spray. Does find one. This is not bad for Spikes, actually. He's finding a couple. Of course, he probably won't get the bomb down at any stage. It's taken out.
Big too strong, good. Yeah, Dinku coming up with the round, that was exactly what was needed. And like I said, you know, they can come back from this. And the money on Board Crew side, actually, considering they were, you know, 9-1 up, is actually fairly low. Dinku have done an excellent job of keeping their economy low. And it's probably the best thing they could have done. And the best thing that comes out of this is that they bring it to a 9-6 half, and it definitely gives them a chance to bring this back. But if not, you know, we just guess we've got to see what happens. But there is a full buy coming out from Board Crew here. They still did have enough of those AKs. And we got Dinku on like a Mag 7 and a FAMAS, and we got a few more of those assault rifles there. Not with every single nade in the world that they wish for, but again, the Ball Crew side coming out here. They actually have a heavy presence in mid. They got 2 close mid, 2 far mid, and 1 coming up through the palace side here for a bit of a, looks like a split A. They do have Dinku 2 on B side. They have no one in short. Nerox is crouching through that smoke. Does Rockfoot know? I don't think he has any idea that he's there. They're standing across from each other. They have no idea. Do they know Nerox? Got to make the play here. He's got to get the frag. He's scared of someone in short, but Dinku have no presence in short right now. Playing a very safe side. They've seen each other. They know what's going on. And it comes down to this close quarter combat right now. Gulma does take down Mungo. Nerox does get that frag on Rockfoot. And we got Bigfoot under the side here. And it seems to be they're still working on this A side here. They have rotated off. Nerox, does pick one up. And slowly but surely, Board Crew working themselves into this A side here. Spikesberg picks up another. Straight up, straight down. Ely picks up another. It doesn't fail to spray down there, Mr. JKS. In a 1 versus 3 situation is doable. They're all fairly low. Side the bomb does go down. They have a fairly decent setup now. It's going to be a very hard retake for JKS here. He has to get a pick. It has to be now. Does take down one. Nice headshot onto Mont there. Down to 1 versus 2 situation. It does over a very wide peak from Nerox there, I believe it was, but I don't see this working up to JKS. Sprays, doesn't hit much. Down to 7 HP. It's not looking too good. Does opt for that save option, which I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Spikes is coming into the window here. And will take him down. So it brings it down to a 10-2 scoreline right now. Very close rounds. Very close rounds. It's always come down to like that 2v2, 3v3 kind of thing. It's been very close.
Yeah, definitely. JKS looking like he might have been able to take that one back, but just solid play from Ball Crew. They're able to keep that one alive for as long as possible. He wasn't able to find that one. I think he's been last left alive with Bigfoot a couple of times, but definitely not enough to sort of clutch these rounds. It's all sort of starting to fall apart for Dink right now as Ball Crew are just on a rampage right now. 10-2 for the half. I think it was a 12-3 half for the first map. So this is looking very much the same as Mungo and Mont find another apiece, and only JKS left alive with that 5-7. Probably not likely to take down 5 people with that.
Yeah,
but
1v5s right now. I'll give Bo $20.
Goes down.
Taken down to 11-2, and this is where the experience comes in. You know, most of these players have been playing for this many years, and you know, it comes down to whether they can keep their composure. It seems that they're going to force up this round as well. Keep their composure and try and scrape out the next couple rounds. If they can get to 11-4, that's their best bet right now. That's exactly what they want to hope for. But we'll see what happens. We do have a bit of a force buy coming out from the DinQ boys here. And again, this is the same setup on Ball Crew every single time. It seems like the DinQ boys aren't really adapting. Mon taking down Bigfoot straight up in a pick on A. They have split. The bomb is down at B Carps there, I believe. And they're just so spread. If you look at the map right now, Ball Crew are just spread across the entire map, taking full map control. Gomez does take down Spike, so it takes away that B element. And the bomb is all the way over B, and every single Ball Crew player is over on the A side at the moment, so they do have to retrieve that bomb. But as you can see, you know, there's a bit of a defense line through DinQ as well. It's a bit of a wall that there seems to be a little bit unbreakable in this round. They're doing fairly well. A bit of a fail spray there, but Rockfoot does eventually take him down. Elim in the side. We've got a couple of the Ball Crew members inside. Nerox does take down one. So does Mungo. Mungo takes down one as well, bringing it down to a 2 versus 3 situation. And Rockfoot does pick up the trade on Elim, bring it down to 2 versus 2. The bomb is still on the B side. They are working on grabbing that bomb. They have got it. They've opted to go for that B push. We do have Gomez on short, I believe it is. And he's going to pick up Nerox. It's going to be his trade. We've got the second one coming up. Nerox does take him down through the wall there, bring it to a 1 versus 2 situation. Rockfoot in the short now, nice and fast, but they're both in sight, both getting ready to set up. He does have the information. The molly does come out into the front side. He should know. Takes down one, brings it down to a 1 versus 1 situation, and Mungo does get the trade, which is a nice play there from the Ball Crew boys there, bringing it to a 12-2 half.
Yeah, very similar half to the first map. Now 12-2 last map, and it's going to be a bit of a shaky buy coming out for Dink on this one. It's going to be all those forced weapons, you know, a couple of Deagles, 5.7s, that sort of stuff. AKs all across the board for Ball Crew on the T side right now. Looking to make this 13-2, which would be absolutely huge. For the T side, unreal stuff. And they are looking like it's a very good possibility at this stage. And it's going to be a strong man push coming onto side here as they really looking to come into this one with a great ball of fire behind them. They're going to get into side very quickly, but will they find any picks? Because there's only been one down so far. Swag 7 still on the board for Gomez. Whether he gets to use it or not will be another story. He does go down. And that will be probably the round with only Bigfoot left alive. Going to come in 1v4. Going to go for it though. Doesn't, but 13-2 for Ball Crew. Huge.
13-2, yeah, definitely another strong half coming up from Ball Crew here. Again, you know, they've been playing strong all day. Like you said, shaky group start, but, you know, coming out in these semis, they've just really shown dominance. They're here to win. And that's exactly what they're shown here. But you never know, DinQ could have some strats under their sleeve that we don't know of. They might have cracked before the LAN, and they might have something. There might be a two-sided side on Rajin. Mungo, 21-8. And the person under him is on 14. Oh, well, 11, I guess, if you count Nerox. But Mont, you know, bringing up to 14. But, yeah, Mungo playing really, really well right now. Just getting those entry frags. And we do have an A take coming up from DinQ here. We don't have anyone pushing B, so they don't really have the information. There is on 3 on A site for the Ball Crew guys right now. However, they should have the information now. Smokes are coming out. It's going to be a fast A play from DinQ. Nades and smokes flying out from everywhere. They're coming up from A ramp, 4 from A ramp, 1 from Palace. They're checking everything as fast as they can. Bigfoot gets hit down to 10 HP. The bomb should go down here. There hasn't been a single trade here. Goomba does take down Mungo, and this is a lot of shooting and not many frags going on right now. Doing Eric's on the stairs as Rockfoot takes down one. Mont does trade it out. However, Gomez picking up one. Does get traded out again. Nerox takes it down, bringing it to a 3 versus 2 situation. Advantage of DinQ here. There's no more peeking. Elim does take down one, brings it down to a 2 versus 2. This is definitely doable. Nerox takes down one. Bigfoot takes down another one. Nerox takes down 3. And that's another round for Ball Crew.
And that is huge, considering that Dink really needed to win that pistol if they wanted any chance to come back in this one. But now it's really just too far gone. I mean, it was pretty too far gone at 13-2, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you wanted any chances of coming back.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
winning the pistol on the T side would be that. But that is absolutely disgusting from Ball Crew. 14-2, pistol 1. And this is just all over for Dink. They look so good in groups, and it's just all fallen apart for them in this semi-final. And it looks like we're going to have 2 semi-finals that are 2-0 in rather dominating fashion.
Yeah, exactly. And both were, pretty shaky groups for both the teams, actually. We've come to think of it now. And it seems to be Goomba does actually take down one, however, takes down Mungo with a nice headshot there, bringing it to a 5 versus 4 situation. Bigfoot is fairly low, they should get traded. Mont does take down one. No chance for Goomba there, does get taken down. We do have a couple trades coming out here. Just trying to get as many kills as they can. It is JKS against 2. JKS only on 16 HP, decides to flash himself because, hey, why not? And then just probably gonna flash himself out of the smoke. Probably just going to run straight out, try and get as many kills as he can. He's not going to find anything. Ilim does take him out. 15-2, 2 Board Crew, dominating fashion. It is looking like a Board Crew hype final. And, both the teams, like I said, they just really turned up in the semi-finals here. And it's going to be a very interesting semi-final because both teams dominated in both their finals. So it's going to be interesting to see how the finals actually do play out since they're both in that dominating stance right now. But we do have the next round coming out. A bit of a force by Mont taking down JKS straight off the bat here. Dinku just on pistols and a measly Mac 10. We go back actually while speaking about the measly Mac 10, does take down Mungo. He's getting smacked up every round right now by everything you can imagine. Nerox does get the trade on the Bigfoot in the middle, however. Gomez does trade that again with spikes into short and does get the ladder room control. Every time. Yeah, that's it. And we got it down to a 3 versus 3 situation here with the health advantage going to Board Crew here. Nerox does take down Gomez there, bring it to a 2 versus 3 situation. We have the bomb coming up to B from Rockfoot here. Both going to push out A ramp by the looks of it. Try and trade this kill on, I believe it's Mont that's there on now, even Elim. And even when they get that, there's going to be a fast rotate into jungle, and they got to hope for that plant and just try and hold the side. They're playing it really slow here, walking in. They got one on A, one in mid. Rockford actually does take him down, bringing it to a 2 versus 2 situation. Know exactly where that plays. Nerox does trade out a frag, not exactly with him. Bring it down to a 1 versus 1 situation. This is the round that they need to bring it to the 15-15 mark that they want. Comes down to a 1 versus 1. Rockford does take down one. Nerox does get taken down, bringing it to a 1 versus 1 situation. Rockford and Elim. Elim pushing up to the CT side, knows he's low. Rockford has the information, does take him down, bringing it to 3-15. And we'll see if the grind is real. We can see if they can bring it back to that 15-15 and get that overtime and then go into a third map. Exactly what Maverick doesn't want, but we'll see what happens.
Jim Niso, the conductor of the comeback train here, as he gets the show back on the road. They're going to try and use that advantage. It looks like a full eco coming out for T-side, for CTs now, but they've already got 2 frags, so it doesn't really matter what guns they have at this stage or if they have armor or not. It's just overwhelming as Nerox just takes down another. And match point for Bold Crew still. The scores? We take a look. We got Mungo and Nerox doing pretty well.
Yeah, Mont's
they are
definitely
both
brought it back. No, sorry, not Mont. Nerox, 19-9 there. Definitely brought it up to Mungo. He's not having the greatest half this half at all, but it is a 2 versus 3 situation in the favor of Board Crew on this anti-eco. Dinku just really having no control at all over really anything right now. They're just, kind of pushing carelessly and getting taken out, abused by their own smokes, I guess you could say. And again, Board Crew have this 1-1-1 or 2-0-1 setup right now. And it opted for the right decision here. Dinku pushing into what seems to be the B site and trying to get the pick. It's actually 2 on B, sorry, I misread. And it comes down to a 2 versus 2 situation. They should get the trade out here. They do trade it out. Bigfoot does pick up the double headshot here. It's a 2 versus 1 situation. Mont being the last man alive for Board Crew here. We'll see what he can do. He does have a flashbang. This can be very useful, but so does Goomba and Bigfoot. They have plenty of nades to work with here as well. Mont finding him off guard. Goomba does get hit down super low. And Mont's just trying to get those 1 taps off. They're both low. This is still doable. He has got the kit. No, he doesn't. He does get taken down. 15-4. The grind is real. Dinku bringing it back. Yeah, it's definitely the trade. I mean, they came back from a 14-1. Hey, who says they can't come back from a 15-2? So it's definitely doable. They're definitely getting that economical lead now. That's forcing their Bullet Crew back again onto another full eco. This is more of an eco than it was last round, although there is some armor on their side there. This is just if only they started doing this earlier.
Yeah, that's what we sort of said at the end of the last map. It's like they looked really good at the end, but it was sort of really, really rough earlier, and it sort of cost them the game. I mean, but this time they had the side selection they wanted. I mean, CT on Mirage is always pretty beneficial, and they just didn't make it work.
Yeah, the Bullet Crew were just too dominant on the T side, but Sims were always in their face. And as you can see, the Dinku here on the terror side also doing something similar near the end. Jim picking up another quick pick on Mont there with a nice tag from Bigfoot there as well. It's bringing it down to a 5 versus 4. However, there is a bit of hurt on the Dinku side. Let's see, bad. We got a Spikes looking up in the carbs here. It looks like the Dinku are opting to JKS does take down Mungo on the A side. So, you know, the Bulk are a little bit confused right now. They were kind of on the B side. The bomb does get dropped. So they're just looking for those picks, looking for those openings. Elim does pick up one. He does get traded out for Goomba, bringing it down to a 4 versus 2 situation again. You know, any kill in this in the Nico round is a good kill, and you know, you should get traded out. Spikes here. Oh, Nerox, sorry, does get taken down by Gomez, and at the same time, Spikes gets taken down. We've got a 15-5 scoreline here, and the grind for the next 10 rounds is going to be so real. The buy coming out from Bullet Crew here. If they can take this round, you know, I wouldn't put them out of the competition yet, didn't you? I wouldn't put them out just yet.
Ball Crew really trying to just secure that last round, trying to close it out. But Dink just having none of it. They're just going to just keep pushing on as they've been doing so far this tournament. And I mean, it'd be good to see them get a little bit closer, but Mungo taking down one frag already, so this is not looking good for the first bye round.
Oh,
they've come back. But Gomez and Rockfoot, Jim Nisso, takes down Nerox, and that really brings it back in their favour, and they've got the absolute advantage coming into any one of these places now. But Mont, that's a great shot on Rockford.
Mont 2 shot. Yeah, bringing it down to the 3 versus 3 situation, and Gomez getting taken down to 10 health. Bigfoot actually does take down Mont on the A side, and it comes down to a 3 versus 2. Bringing in the advantage of Dinku, and this grind is becoming extremely real. Only if they started off this confident in the start of the game. I think right now they're just kind of, you know, see as they're lost, and they're just playing really aggressive, which is what they should have been doing at the start of the game to get those early frags and get that information. And, you know, Bull Creek getting in there rather slowly, you know, Dinku just having all the time in the world to set up and getting flashed out here. They have a few nades still on the Dinku side. However, they are pushing in fast. Elim does take down Gomez, and they're pushing in with force. Spikes takes out Bigfoot, and that is the game. That is GG. GG's are flying out, and that will be the game. The dream was real for a little bit there, but it was...
So GG for the boys. Ball Crew take that one out 2-0 finals, both of them. Group A,
for sure.
well over Group B at this stage. Yeah. And that was a sort of great performance by them.
Yeah, no, it was. Bull Crew to the entire, you know, the entire tournament, been throwing some force. Like you said, through the groups are a little bit shaky, I guess you could say, coming a little bit tired maybe. But definitely by the end of the, you know, in the semis, they're definitely showing. And same with Hype, you know, it's going to be very interesting grand finals. Two teams just absolutely flooring it out on the semis and smashing them out.
Yeah, we saw them play earlier in group stages. I think they drew. Was that the tie?
Yeah, group stages. Yeah. We took my team. Yes, Dad drew with Board Crew, and then Bull Crew drew with Hype. So this comes down to who is the actual better team out of Bull Crew and Hype, because that will be the finals for tonight, but we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, great stuff. And we are going to be back real soon, guys. Thank you very much for joining us so far here at Guff Brisbane, and we'll be right back.
See you soon.